What's up, YouTube? This is Zach, and I am back with another video for you guys. Today's review is over Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. Stay tuned. Okay, so happy holidays. I hope all you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I did myself. I tried to take a little break, so forgive me guys, but I do have a life. Okay, but at any rate, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, man, this fragrance is a classic fragrance. It's just going to go down in history, as one of those fragrances that is just timeless. You really gonna hardly find anyone that doesn't like this fragrance. I mean, it's just a classic fragrance. It smells great. Now, of course, from the name, it bears the note of vetiver. So this fragrance came out in 2009, and of course, this is the EDP version. There's also an EDT, an eau de toilette version, and so basically the EDT is the one that people usually tell you to get. So I don't have the EDT, haven't smelled that one, but at any rate, the EDP of course is going to have more fragrance oil. So this is the one that's usually recommended. Now this one is a woody spicy for men, although women can wear this if they want to. It was launched in 2009. The top notes are grapefruit, orange blossom, and sage. Then you have in the mid, you have nutmeg, orris root, pimento, and then in the base you have, of course, vetiver, woodsy notes, oak moss, and amber. Now this grapefruit, okay, so this opening is very bright. It almost kind of reminds me of it possibly being a summer scent, because the opening is the grapefruit just really stands out. It smells great. Now that being said, as far as when you should wear this, I would say that this is probably all seasons except winter. I don't think this is going to work in the really cold weather. It probably work best as like an early fall, spring, and even during the summer. So versatile. You can wear this to work. It's a great office scent. It's a good casual scent. It can work also in formal occasions. I mean, it's a classy put together fragrance. So, with that vetiver note, it gives it a little bit of backbone. But again, it's not a winter scent. Now this costs roughly for a 100 ml bottle, roughly in the $120 range. And so again, it's a Tom Ford. It's in their signature line. So it's going to be less than the private line or whatever, but it's still, kind of up there in price. Now, you guys know that I like to give you guys some alternatives, so I'll get to those in a second. But the performance on this is pretty good. On my skin, I'd say I probably got a good solid couple of hours of projection, maybe a little bit less than a couple hours, I'd say probably, but somewhere around. It just depends on the day, but I'd say roughly about 2 hours of projection, and then it kind of comes back closer to the skin. So again, this is an EDP, so EDPs do not really project anyway, so you got to keep that in mind. They last a little bit longer, and they give you a decent amount of sillage for a while, but it's not just going to be jumping off of your skin. So you got to keep that in mind with these EDPs. Now, when it comes to price, I know a lot of you guys get a little flustered when I talk about some of these more expensive fragrances. So, of course, true to my nature, I like to give you guys alternatives. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind as far as alternatives probably is going to always be GUERLAIN Vetiver. Actually, this is the EDT. I don't have the GUERLAIN Vetiver EDP, but I actually like this one, the EDT, because it's a little bit louder, and I think I could get more out of this. But this is you can probably get this size probably about $35 or something like that. Guerlain vetiver is very same category. It's very classy, versatile. But this one you can wear all year round. The vetiver is a little bit deeper in here, so you can even wear it in the wintertime. And then the next one going farther down in price, by the way. The next one, as far as price goes, is Just Jack Vetiver. Now, Just Jack Vetiver, they went all out. You know, they basically purposely are copying this Tom Ford line, and so they did a pretty good job. I mean, you know, other than the opening, I mean, they're identical. I mean, you know, same performance, same scent on the dry down. The opening on this one is less bright. I don't think it has as much grapefruit, but for the price, I think I paid like maybe 20 bucks for this. It's spot on, bros. It's like literally spot on. So if I was somebody that just was like, you know, adamant about not paying $120, pay $20 and get this. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to have pretty much the same scent except for the opening. Now, the next one is even deeper cheaper. Okay, if that's a word. And I've talked about this one before on my channel. This is one of those celebrity fragrances of David Beckham. David Beckham has a couple of nice ones, but this is one that's vetiver. It's office, great office scent. Same category. It's a little bit on the brighter side though. So again, not good for winter months, but you can get this for less than 20 bucks. And it's I think it's like a 90 ml bottle. Smells great. Smells wonderful. But this is a great introductory vetiver fragrance as well. So that being said, I think you guys can understand kind of like if you're not familiar with the note of vetiver, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that you go out and just start buying vetiver fragrances, because everybody's not going to like it. It's something that you have to learn to appreciate, so to speak. Some of these notes, again, to new noses, are just not going to go well. And vetiver is one that you grow into liking, because I was one like that. 20 years ago, you probably couldn't pay me to wear a vetiver fragrance, but now I love it. You know, I get it basically. But out of all of these alternatives, I would say the Guerlain vetiver is going to probably always be my choice. I love that fragrance. I think for the money, you know, about 36 bucks. I think this is this 120 mil? It's a pretty big bottle. I have to check, but at any rate, Guerlain vetiver is a nice one. It's a really nice one. Now, there's Just Jack. It's relatively new, and again, they're just like really trying to copy Tom Ford. And I have a few other ones as well. I mean, they've done a good job. Even the one for tobacco vanilla is like spot on. But that's a good alternative if you're trying to just really copy or get something as close as possible to this Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. That's a good one. And again, of course, the David Beckham is deep cheap. It's like, you know, it's a no-brainer. But I just like to bring these to you guys. You know, I have some more that I'm gonna talk about in the next few days. My scent of the day is Mancera Coco Vanille. Said I was gonna start doing that. Talk about what my scent of the day is. And again, I appreciate all you guys stopping by and, you know, asking questions, and you know, give me some suggestions in the comments. I mean, I may already have what you guys want me to review, but again, I just like to talk about some of the ones that I have in front of me that I'm really enjoying at the moment, and I'm really enjoying this scent. Got some more coming for you guys. Again, happy holidays. Thanks for stopping by, and peace.